Hi, my name is Sandy and welcome to my channel, Barrett's Custom Design. We're going to sew what's fabulous for the month of March, and I want to give you a little trunk show of the things that I made in March, and March was all about blouses. One of the things that I have aspired to in 2018 is to clean up all my UFOs, and every month I'm trying to make one UFO, make it get out of the way, one unfinished object that I have lying around. So in March, my unfinished object was this little dress. It just needed a hem. It was already pinned and everything. I just needed to run it through the machine. It's a cute little polished cotton. It is completely lined and it's perfect for summer. We've had so much snow here in Massachusetts, it's crazy. It snowed twice this week and we're in the beginning of April already. So I wanted a pattern that wasn't going to cut up this big beautiful chrysanthemum print. So I used a Lisette pattern, and it's 277. I think it's out of print. I'll check and post it down below, but I think when I looked it was out of print. And it's a great little pattern because it's a great shift A-line, and it's just got a little dart line right up here, little sleeves with just a band on them. It's super cute. So this is my UFO. I finished it. It's going in my closet. It's actually going to go on vacation with us when we go. So now we talk about blouses. There goes my dress. My block blouse for making all of my blouses is Silhouette Pattern 600. Now this is her block pattern also, and I use this to make the base of my patterns, and then I use that to measure patterns as I'm going to make new ones. And I'm actually working on a video to show you how to do that, and hopefully I'll have that up very soon. It was a little bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So the first blouse I made with that is a simple little cotton blouse. It's actually a quilting cotton, so it's a little stiff, from Joann's, and it's this cute little leaf ditzy, kind of a ditzy print. And it's very simple. It's a very simple blouse. It's sleeveless. It's just got a biased ribbon hem, a binding on the hem. The one thing I like about her patterns, so the collar is all one piece, so there's no collar band on this. So these go up really quickly. The band that goes down the front folds over from the back, from the facing. So the very simple, quick techniques. There's some darting on the side, bust darting. There's fisheye darts if you want, in the front and the back. It's a pretty simple pattern. It's very classic, and this works great with a pair of shorts or a little pair of jeans. It's a lot of fun to wear. So I took this pattern, and the next level that I went up with this pattern is I made this little, zip front blouse. Now this is based on the 600 pattern. This one has sleeves this time, and instead of putting a placket up the front, I just put one of these little decorative zippers, so it zips up the front. I took the collar off and made it a V-neck, and then I added the sleeves, made 3/4 sleeves, and made the hem a little bit longer so I could actually just fold them over. Right, they just folded over and pressed. So yeah, this is another cotton from Joann's. It's an old beer vendors. Yeah, it's fun. I have a group that I play cards with, and we hang out, and this is kind of a fun shirt for that. Perfect for a little pair of jean capris and you know, a cool spring night, and we're off and running. So those are both based on the Silhouette 600 pattern blouses. So that's 2 blouses. The next blouse I made was a Butterick 6488. And I made this version here, except I replaced the ruffle with the bow from version C. And this fabric is from Mood, and it's a stretch shirting, and it's a beautiful fabric. But I think it's a little too stiff for this pattern. This pattern needs something a little softer. And it's not the best pattern in the world for me, because it has, instead of having darting here on the sides, it has gathering here on the shoulders. Now, I carry extra weight, but I don't carry any in here. I'm actually really narrow through here, and so the shirt overwhelms me and the shoulders end up hanging down. It's too big. But there are great details on here. They're beautiful cuffs. The sleeves are really lovely. I think the placket, so there's a button placket on the front. You know, and it's beautifully constructed. The neck area is not so well constructed. I didn't like the way it went together, and I ended up kind of fudging it so it folds over a little bit. There was a clip in there that was left unfinished, and with this fabric it just would have torn away. So I think this one will probably not end up in my closet. It probably will end up in Goodwill, which is a shame. But I do love the pattern, and I think I will copy this. Placket detail was beautifully done. And again, I love the sleeves. So this sleeve cuff I can add to any pattern, and really will make a difference because it is a beautiful sleeve. So that was kind of a, I would say it was an epic fail, but it wasn't a perfect blouse. The next one I made was Cynthia Guffey, and I don't know if you've encountered her. This is her T2051 pattern. She is a classic tailorer, and this blouse is super interesting. It's got these square sleeves. There's lots of tailoring details in the blouse. You can see there's like a seam in the facing, and the collar is really well done. Everything is exceptionally well done. There's tons of top stitching on it, and I really like the pattern. Now, I kind of skipped over some of the steps because I hadn't made it before and I didn't know how it was going to come out, but I love it. I really, really love it. Again, this is another little, Joann's was having this big sale, and this is another little ditzy cotton print. So it's a little stiff, but it works with this blouse. So the cuff details on this blouse are terrific. Instead of having to add a lap band on it, the way the cuff is cut, it's all one piece and you just fold it together. So it's much easier than trying to put that lap piece on it. And it makes a beautiful cuff with the little darts on either, so the pleats on either side. It actually works super well. I did not do all of the placket details going down the front because, again, like I said, I was just trying out the pattern. The collar is really interesting. It's rounded as opposed to being really severely square, and it came out looking really cute. So I really, really like this pattern. I'm definitely going to make it again. It fits really well. So the sleeves are very interesting. I don't know if you can see them on here, but they come down and then they square off and they go around the back, and then there's another square section across the back, squared off there, and then goes back up. And the fit is really good on this. I was happily surprised. It's long on me, and I'll insert a picture here, but yeah, I'm really happy with this. This is going to look great with a pair of slacks and a vest over it. It's going to carry me kind of in that transition. We're in that transitional period right now where you're sick of all your winter stuff, but it's too cold to be wearing your spring stuff. So this with a little long vest over it and a pair of slacks for work. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So definitely one that I'm going to make again. Love Cynthia Guffey, and the next time I'll make it with all the tailoring details. Now, I had 2 more blouses on my schedule, so that's 4 so far. I had 2 more that I was planning on making. It's McCall 7387, and you're seeing this everywhere, and I really love the idea of this long shirt dress with the high-low hem and the buttons down the front. I thought it was great. So I started with this one with a fabric from Mood, and then I was going to move on to this one. But I got halfway through this one, and it just didn't really work for me. So I ended up stopping. It has drop shoulders, which don't do anything for me at all. But the really odd thing about this blouse is the pleat in the back. So the pleat is really big. It actually folds back this way, and then this piece folds over it again. So you have, I mean, this pleat is a monster pleat here. There it is. That's a monster pleat. That's a lot of fabric. So it was way too much fabric in the back for me. I put the sleeve on, and I did try it on, and it just swamped me. So I thought, you know, there are plenty of shirt dress patterns out there that are a little more flattering. This is just like wearing a big bag. And probably the fabric didn't help either. I felt like I was wearing a hospital Johnny, but yeah, so I'm going to recut this. I'm going to take it apart and recut it. The pieces are big enough. I'm certainly going to be able to make another blouse out of it. You know, it's when you measure this one up to it, there's so much more fabric here in the yoke. You know, that's crazy. All that drop shoulder. This fits just right. All that extra is going to be a drop shoulder. And just, for me, it doesn't work. I'm sure that there are plenty of people, I've seen them on Instagram. Some of them are pretty cute. It just doesn't work for me. the last blouse that I made, in March, is the Caylee shirt from Closet Case Patterns. So this was the hashtag Sew My Style 2018 pattern of the month. And I got it, and I thought, oh, I don't know, it looks too young, I'm not too sure. It comes in 3 versions. It has this cropped version, the tunic version, which is the one I made, and then the dress version. And I was seeing photos of them, and they were really cute, but I just didn't think it was going to be quite for me. But I did it anyway. This is a fabric that I got from the Fabric Place Basement, which is a local store here in Natick. And it's got a little bit of a stretch to it. And I started making it, I hemmed and hawed, but I have to tell you, when I finished it and I tried it on, I love it. It is fabulous. I think it's one of the cutest shirts that I've made in a really long time. I made the tunic length. It looks great with a pair of leggings or a pair of skinny jeans. There are a couple of things that I would do different, I think, next time. One of the things is the placket that I used in the back, the pleat. I used an external pleat. The ones that have the internal pleat I really like. I think those are much cuter. They're also more flattering. And but outside of that, yeah, I really like it a lot. I did the popover placket, so it's short with the full collar, and I think it's probably going to be one of my favorite patterns. And if you saw my April Makes video, I have one planned for April. It is a pink and orange flamingo fabric. It's going to be my Tommy Bahama shirt for the summer. I'm thinking the patio with a drink, and yeah. So this is really cute. I really like this shirt. I would say if you're looking for a blouse pattern, go out and get this one for sure. Get the PDF. It does take a while to tape it all together, or you can have it run off at the local print shop, but it was definitely worth putting the time and effort into this one. And this one has some great details, and I know there's a couple of YouTube videos. They use the burrito method to put the facing on, and it goes up in a snap. It's great. It's a dream. So those are my March makes. I had 1, 2, 3. So I made 5 blouses and 1 blouse that didn't quite get finished, and 1 UFO. So a pretty productive month. One of the things that I want to mention is that my friend Barbara is completely responsible for all of the buttonholes. My FAF is 20 years old, and I have manual buttonholes on it. And she has a brand new brother, and I used her machine to do all the buttonholes. And you have to imagine, I mean, just on this one there's 4. On most of the other ones there's 8 or 10 buttonholes, and that's a lot of buttonholes to do manually. On her machine, you pop the button in, you turn the dial, and you hit the go button, and the buttonhole is made. So Barbara, thank you. That was great. I couldn't have gotten through all of these blouses without you and your machine, so I appreciate that. I want to tell everyone to go out and have a great April. I want you to go forth and sew what's fabulous. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you really soon. Bye.